Alright, let's do another video. Like most of my videos, this is going to be pretty casual, real world video, because I have people in my house, so you're going to hear stuff in the background because I have an open office. But once I move, and make sure you're checking out my JAYDKB YouTube channel, JDKB Games, and check this out. Megan has a channel that it's been a while since she posted because real world work it's kind of slowed her down, but she finna bring it back up with some new logos, new videos, and new recipes, different format. It's gonna be cool, so check those out. But let's talk about what I want to talk about here, which is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Bruh. Now here's what I'm talking about here when I say this, because I have talked to a lot of people about cash secured put, covered calls, etc. And a lot of people have said, I really want to try that. That seems so logical. It makes sense. And they never do. And so, I don't know. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. But this water you really want to drink. So I love covered calls. But what I like more than covered calls is cash secured puts. Now let me just say this up front. This stuff requires money. Damn! And I'm talking to people that are doing that got this new stimulus check. You know, capitalism wants you to go out and spend that check.
Stop being a damn fool.
Well, I think you should save that check and flip that check. One way you can do it is cash secured puts, and let me just show you what I'm talking about, folks. Now, here's why I like cash secured puts, and I'm gonna start with a relatively cheap stock. This is one I've done a couple of cash secured puts on and a couple of covered calls on, and I've made some money on it, which I'll show you. So when you do a cash secured put, that means that you're gonna pick one of these strike prices right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick one of these strike prices, okay, when the market is open, and you're going to sell a cash secured put. And basically it'll say buy to open, and I won't get into the details. And basically, I'm sorry, not buy to open, I think it's sell to open, but it'll actually show you when you do it. You're gonna sell this put, and all you need to do this is $650, and you collect between $20 and $25. The beautiful thing about a put versus a call, when you're doing a cash secured put versus a covered call, is you don't have to have 100 shares. You just need to have your money sitting there securing the bag for a week. So you might look at this and say $20, that ain't jack. Yeah, it's $20 more than you had at first, but you can pick whatever strike price you want. Now this is a really cheap stock. I'm going to show you some of the other stocks, which of course require a lot more money, but you can collect that weekly premium, and you can do it over and over and over again. So if you let's just go with the low number here. I mean, I don't even have to do the math here. $20 times 4, that's $80 a month. Okay, and you only tying up $650. This number, or these numbers, they fluctuate and they go up. So with a slow moving stock like SOS, that really doesn't, shoot up that much. And as I say this, I got a sign last week, but the key things that you gotta realize when you're doing a cash secured put, the one caveat, the one thing you gotta keep in your mind more than anything else, you have to be willing to own the stock. Now, the stocks I'm mentioning here, I'm not recommending them or saying you should buy them. If you do, you have to be willing to own that stock, because you could get a sign and you own 100 shares of a stock, and if that stock is doo-doo, then you own 100 little pieces of doo-doo. And so that's kind of the key to doing this. When you're doing puts, you have to want to own the stock. And kind of the same thing with calls. You have to want to own the stock. Because you're going to buy 100 shares with call. But the beautiful thing about puts versus calls that I like is that you really don't care what the underlying stock is doing. If it's going up or down, all you're concerned about is it going to hit
What the fuck?
my strike price? Cash secured put with Blink. I did a couple of them actually, all in the same week, and it's the same thing. You would go over and pick a strike price. Okay, I picked $34 put, and I clicked $100 some. I don't even care what the stock is doing as far as going up and down, which is the beauty of a put. The underlying shares, you really don't care what they're doing as long as it's not hitting your strike price.
What the
Unless you want to buy the stock. And so I didn't want to buy Blink, so I put it at $34, and I did this as it was going up beginning of the week. So I didn't get a sign on Blink, but I collected $100 and some. And let's see if I can show you that. So here's Blink, and here's what I collected. So on Blink earlier in last week, I got a sign and sold it for $3,399.97. I got a sign at $34. And I think I just said I didn't get a sign, but I did get a sign at $34 because the bottom dropped out of it. And then I came back and I sold a cash secured put for $45 minus the fees. And then I bought it back in the middle of the week because, of course, Blink shot up from $34 to like $38, $39. So I made money on that. As it was shooting up, I bought another Blink cash secured put and sold it for $124, and that would, I made that strike price $36. And so I don't care what this stock is doing over here. Okay, if it's going up, that's great. If it's going down, that's my only concern, because I don't own the stock. I don't really want to own the stock. I just want to collect this premium over and over again. And so if Blink doesn't hit $36 next week by the 26th, I get to keep the premium regardless, but I don't have to buy it at $36. That's the beauty of cash secured put. Basically, you got to keep $3,600 in your account. It's on hold. Or if your strike is $35, $3,500. If your strike is $34, $3,400. That's all just kept on hold in your account. Think about this. If you really want to guarantee that you don't get a sign, put your strike price away out here and collect $40 or $53. I mean, that adds up. If you know, I mean, I shouldn't have to do the math, but just for the purpose of the video, I'll do the math. 53 times 4, $212 a month. And just realize the risk is you could get a sign and the bottom drop out the stock. In other words, you get a sign at $37 and it just keeps going down, 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 down. And yeah, that happened. That happened to me with Workhorse. But I kept Workhorse, and I started buying more. So I don't advise people, to take money that you really need and depend and can't afford to lose and ever put it in stocks, because if you do that, the potential for you to get hurt is there. It's minimized with these cash secured puts and with covered calls, because you have an indication, that the stock might be getting ready to take that dive, and you have an opportunity to get out of that stock. And if you've sold enough covered call and cash secured puts, you can mitigate the stock going this way on you. But there's always that risk. So for me, I think I can manage it. And so I would definitely put $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 in here, and I would only play with stocks that I'm willing to own. And I stuck Tesla in here because if you try to do this with Tesla, it is absolutely ridiculous, but it can be done. With the $6.47.50 strike price, this means that you would get $2,005 a week. Okay, but in order to get that, you need to have 647.50 times 100. So you don't need 100 shares, but you need enough cash to cover 100 shares, which is $64,750.
$750. It's 50, not 750.
That's a lot. He'll be buying 10 Apple calls, 47 Microsoft calls. So I mean, it's you got to think, okay, I got $64,750 sitting on hold in this account. I can't use it, but I'm gonna collect $2,005 by Friday. I'm just saying, for me, that makes sense. And you can keep doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that. Of course, if you did that with Tesla, you would probably get a sign, because Tesla goes bananas. It's nothing for Tesla to drop this low or climb this high in a couple of days. But if you're willing to own it, you do the wheel strategy. Either way, you win. The only time you have a problem is that something like that happened with Workhorse. The bottom drops out. Some news comes that tears the mouth out of the stock. Then you kind of get stuck. I wouldn't say holding the bag, because if you're willing to be long on Workhorse, there's a very good chance that's going to come back. But some of these other stocks, you got to be careful about what you do. And so in summary, I like cash secured puts because you don't have to own the underlying shares. You don't really care what the underlying shares are doing. whether they're going up, going down. You just don't want it to hit your strike price, and you want to make sure that it's a stock you are willing to own. If you're not willing to own it, don't play cash secured puts with it. Peace.